Hi everyone, welcome back to Grandpa Mark's Hobbies and an unboxing of an old ERTL kit. Lennis from Facebook, he started building one and I was like, man, I haven't thought of that kit in 100 years. So I looked on eBay and I found one and it was a really good price, so I had to jump on it. And it only took like 2 days to get here, so we're going to unbox this together. All I did was took it out of the box that it came in. So let's grab some coffee, finish that one off, and we'll start building, or we'll start turning into this. So like I said, this is the 66 Ford Fairlane. It's an AMT ERTL kit, and anytime you see an ERTL kit, you're going to know you're going to have a pretty decent kit. So let's see if we have everything in the box, and we'll hope. I haven't bought anything off of eBay in a long time, but so far so good. We'll pull all this out of here. I'm going to do the big dump over here, right into the box. We'll put the other box over on the side here, and I think I'd be organized, right? And we'll go through it that way. Typical ERTL instructions. Let's look at these first. These look great. They look in good shape for how old they are. Red, white, and the black stripes. A couple of different license plates. We got a window sticker and just 2 engine callouts, so not a whole lot of decals, but I'm really happy to see that they're in fairly decent shape. There's a little scuff on them. I'm hoping that comes out with the water, but we'll see. I'm not going to be too worried about it. Our instructions, like I said, they're typical of the AMT ERTL, where they're like a map. And when I say a map, I mean they're usually huge. The first whole page has a write-up on the car itself, and then instructions, building tips, and stuff like that. You don't need to read the building tips. Just follow some of my videos and you'll do good. Self-plug, right? But no, seriously, the instructions on these things are always top-notch, easy to follow. I've really never had a problem with an ERTL kit. Minimal flash. Look at this. It even has on the back here color codes. Interior trim, exterior color codes. Very cool. Look, recommended are in the X. Also available, so it'd be like a special order thing. So we got a good amount of different colors to go for. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with this yet. Well, let's start out with chrome, since it ended up on top. Oh man, their chrome is always over the top. I mean, it's super bright. What I might do is come by here with some quick shine and some of the dull coat and spray this down, just maybe one hit or not. I'm not sure, because this is deep enough to where I can get my panel liner in there and do some good. We got our headlight lenses go in. We got our rear bumper. We got our trim. We have a chrome alternator, and I always badmouth the chrome alternators, but my Firebird had a chrome alternator in it, and the reason why I did is Pep Boys in Chula Vista in California wanted the same price for a chrome one as they did for the regular one, so I jumped on it. We have 2 stick shifts. This has 2 transmissions, an automatic and a manual. Our air cleaner. Rims look really good, really good. Our back, not quite sure what that is. We'll find out. That might be, I'm not even gonna guess. Our trim for our hood, tail lights, everything looks great. No mischrome, no huge flash to have to deal with. I Love these ERTL kits. Next on the chopping block, and I know this is going to be damaged a little bit, and it is just a smidge, is our glass. It's been in a box like this forever, so it's a little scuffed up. I'm not holding that against the guy from eBay because, I mean, it's an old kit. But what I can do is see how we have the scuff marks on here. And I'm not sure if they're on the inside or the outside, but it's indifferent, because what we can do with that is we can hit that with quick shine and let it sit. What I do is I'll hit it with quick shine, and then what I'll do is I'll set it down on a piece of paper towel, and it'll wick off the sides so it doesn't all jumble up on the sides, and you won't even be able to tell that's there. So we'll do a video on that. I mean, it'll only take me 5 minutes to do it, but it'll be neat to see. So we got the headlights, they look good. Our back windows, you know, they're there. Visor's molded in, no problem. The vent windows are molded in. That's not a problem either, because, you know, I'm going to leave them closed. I'm not going to go crazy with this one like I did with the fire truck, that's for sure. This is going to be kind of like a downtime build. I'll pull out one of the tires to show you how ERTL used to do them. They have the rubber mold still in there. They molded them this way instead of molding them like in a tree, and I like this way better. All you have to do is take your knife and wring that, and that'll come right out, and you don't have that big goober on your tread. So the tread looks good. It's gonna look good. We could probably, instead of sanding that, since there's no mold line on it, since the mold line's right there, we could probably just get away with hitting that with pastel and putting it together. They are labeled. I don't have my visor on. I can't read that for jack. I think they're Firestones, but don't quote me on that. Who knows? I'll bring it up close. Maybe you can read it better than I can. But there's the tires. You're going to have 2 steel axles. I'm not going to pull them out. Our engine sprue is crazy. Look at this. They got the lifters in here, all drilled out for the pistons. This would be a cool kit if you wanted to do something in a shop where they're working on the engine. You could have the whole intake off and on a bench, have the valve cover off on one side, sitting there, have the other one on it, have them working on it, put a piston or 2 or whatever. That'd be cool. You could do all kinds of stuff with that. There's the heads. They look great. First transmission is our manual transmission. It looks good. It even comes with linkage on it, so I like that, so you don't have to paint it. It's even textured. Very cool. Radiator hose, battery, another battery without the wire clamps. So we'll have to make them again too. I did that on the last build. It's not hard, it just takes some time. It's got the horns, but no clamps. Our front cover. Oh, nice detail in here. Look at all that detail. All the way down the water pump, the vent, the starter. Oh, the furnace just shut off. Outstanding. I don't have to yell anymore. The water pump looks good. Our fan looks great. Over on the next sprue, we have our automatic transmission and drive shaft. Huge intake. This was a big engine back then, man. We have our pedals that are for the automatic. We have our valve covers, our fan, our exhaust, all looking great. Chassis time. Check that out. Looks good. Looks real good. Exhaust looks good. I can hear the dog up there whining. She's asleep, chasing her tail. Got the clamps on it all the way down. Does have some mold lines that we're going to have to work on, but I mean, every single one of them does, so it's not a big deal. It usually takes me 3 times to get them all cleaned off, but they look good. One thing you're going to notice on this chassis, first off, it's got great detail. It even has the e-brakes molded in. So once we flat black this, I'm going to do a video too. I promised I would do a video on how when I flat black this and then I come back with a quick shine and paint the frame and turn it into a semi-gloss that quick. But what you're not going to see on here is you're not going to see any of the BS writing and markings made in China, made in whatever, either anywhere where you're going to have to deal with it. And the other thing you're not going to see is any of the punch marks where it's pushed out of the mold. They're there, but they're in places where you don't see them. There's 6 of them right back here in the trunk, but none of them visible on the carpet. So they just go one step ahead back then, and these are older kits too. But like I said, if you see an ERTL kit, you're going to be happy with it. Front suspension looks all right. Not bad. We got our sway bar in there. Good detail. This is going to look good. Not sure where I'm going with this kit yet though, so we'll see what happens with that. Our neck sprue looks good. Minimal flashing, minimal mold lines, but crisp. And this is an old kit, so you can't complain about it. I mean, it looks great. Here's our steering wheel, our drive shaft, our radiator, our firewall. It's got the windshield wiper molded right in it. Our 2 fenders, they got some good detail in them too, not too bad. Our backs, here's our pedals for the manual, our steering column, our steering linkage, 2 really good carburetors. Man, you hate to put the cover on them. Our springs, our leafs, and our coils. Nice tight rear end, looks good, easy to work on. I'd rather have the mold on these split this way than split where you got to deal with it across the back of that. I hate that. Our shocks look good. Spindles look good. It looks like the spindles are rotatable too. So we'll have to see. I'm not sure if they can be, but we might be able to position the tires in the end. Our windshield washer and our overflow, our cross member looks good. The detail in this is still super crisp. Mold line and the shocks, there's the furnace again. Mold line in the shocks, we can sand that out. Yeah, it's like 92 degrees today. So that with those little V files works great. We got our interior. Check that out. Looks good. I'm noticing the camera's playing catch up today. Not sure what that's all about. I might be asking a little much with that thing. Look at how nice our interior is here. Really nice. A little bit shallow on the door, on the window cranks, but not a big deal. We can still work with that. But man, that looks good. Center column looks great. The back seat, fantastic. The cushions look really good. We'll see what color. Like I said, I want to do a gray. I might even do a white on this. The box is white, and I don't think I've done a white car since I started doing these videos. So maybe we'll do white on this with maybe a tan interior. We'll look in the code and see what. But anyway, it's going to look great. Look, here's our first major flash right here. One shot with a knife, done. These are going to be easy to paint up because they got the big holes in the back. We can take some of our foamy tape, put it back there, run it out after we already glued the seats together, and it'll work out really good. We got our hood. Again, looks great. Shallow detail on the Ford. We can figure that out. Inside looks really good. We do have signs of a push out on this. There's nothing you can do about that, but we can make that look good because this isn't foam filled. So we're just going to have to watch not taking too much of the detail away when we file those out. but it's no big deal. Not any at all. Like I said, here's the 2 axles. That's what I was looking for, the 3 other tires. I was like, geez, did I get a dashboard? That would have stunk. Look at the dash. Good detail in that. I'll bring it up even closer. But good detail in that dash. Might open up the ashtray in this one. I haven't done that in a while. But everything's going to be nice. We do have some work to do right here where the mold line goes across, but that's just quick hit it with a sander and it's done. And now that Fairlane body, look at how sharp that is. Oh, I love the Fairlanes. These old big cars, man, I loved them all. We have good door handles, stick out really good. If you wanted to, you could come in here with a drill and drill a couple of holes down in here and then take a knife and open that up. I'm overdoing that. I did it a couple of times. You can mess up the door real quick that way, but I've seen a lot of people do it and do it very well, but I'm not that handy. The mold lines look great. A little sharp right here, comes across and up and around and back over here and out. So that's not that big of a deal. We can sand this, round this off just a little bit to knock that down to where the paint will stick, and then cut this off. But she looks good. And with that, I'll let you guys go. Quick, easy, and painless. But it's a nice looking car. And we should be able to make it look really good. I think I might go white with this. Since it's already this color, I might hit it with a couple shots of flat white and then hit it with a clear white, or the gloss white, and then that new clear that I have. So brighten this right up. But with that, thank you for all your subscriptions, your kind words, your thumbs up, and all that. Don't forget, grab yourself a cup of coffee. And I think I'm going to start building this right now. So y'all have a great day and a better tomorrow. And thank you for watching.